Hi guys, I'm Lauren. I'm an osteopath from Alba. So I hope you're all doing well. I popped on here today to talk to you about a condition called plantar fasciitis. And I thought this would be an appropriate time to talk you through this, as I know a lot more of you are probably going to be spending a lot more time outdoors, doing things such as running, walking, and this fits in really well with the condition plantar fasciitis. Some of you may know what this is already, some of you may not, but I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what it is, what causes it, and how you can kind of maintain it and stop it from developing. So first of all, what is your plantar fascia? So your plantar fascia, this is a dense connective tissue which runs along the sole of your foot. So it's there to support the arch of your foot and also to absorb any shock which comes from the entire leg as well. So plantar fasciitis, this is an inflammatory condition. So it involves tissue that runs along the sole of the foot, which is known as the fascia, and often if this is overstressed, this can cause inflammation in that fascia. So what is the cause of plantar fasciitis? So research suggests that often repetitive movements, so high impact repetitive movements, can cause a lot of stress on that plantar fascia, so the sole of the foot, and then that can often lead to that pain in that sole of the foot there. So this is why a lot of runners tend to get this condition, because it is high impact, a lot of repetitive movements, putting that foot down on that hard surface. So what I would recommend, if you are doing a lot more running recently or a lot more walking, try and do some of your runs or walks on softer ground, such as grass, maybe if you have some sand around you, anything that's just a little bit softer than concrete, because that will put a lot less stress through that sole of the foot there as well. So I'm just going to give you a few tips now and advice to kind of prevent this from happening, or if you did get any kind of pain in the sole of your foot, to how to maintain it as well. So often the pain you would feel is on the inside of the heel area, but it can then spread to the sole of the foot too. So first of all, like I said, try and avoid any exercise or too much exercise on hard surfaces, because what that's going to do, that's going to increase that stress on the sole of the foot, and then that's going to eventually cause some inflammation. So we want to try and exercise on softer ground if you can. Secondly then, regularly stretch. So make sure you're keeping up with all of your stretches, especially stretching the calf, the hamstrings, especially before and after exercise as well, because we want to make sure that's all warmed up, so we don't want to cause any inflammation in that area. Now, next we want to try and maintain a healthy weight as well, because the less weight that's on the foot, the less stress is going to go through that area. Also think about what shoes you're wearing. So we want to avoid wearing bare feet, so no shoes. Also avoid wearing any shoes that are flat, because what we really need to do, we want to increase that arch. So if you're wearing flat shoes, that's going to decrease the arch in your foot. So shoes with a bit of support and you can still have that arch, that's really, really important. Also, we want to make sure we're using ice. So ice for 20 minutes on the area, because it's an inflammatory condition, the ice will really help to get that inflammation down. So we want to avoid using any kind of heat, just stick to the ice, because that will help to get that inflammation down. You can also try using a tennis ball under your foot. So all you should do is pop a tennis ball under your foot and then just roll it along. And what that'll do, that will increase the blood circulation to the area, which will then help promote the healing in that area too. Okay, so that's all the tips that I'm going to give you today for the plantar fasciitis. If you've got any more further questions or anything at all, don't hesitate to ask, and we'll answer your questions. Well, have a lovely day now. Bye.